Hey guys, Devin Gridley at AllFather Fitness, and today we're going to be talking about how women training differentiates between men training. And the reason I'm making this video is because I recently looked at my analytics and realized that 70% of my subscribers and my viewers are women. So I believe making a video that roots out all the misinformation about women training would be extremely beneficial. So yeah, let's hop right into it. So the first thing we're going to cover is muscle fibers. And women have a way bigger percentage of type 1 muscle fibers in particular, and what type 1 muscle fibers are is the endurance type. So what this means is that you could have a higher amount of reps at a certain percentage than a man could. So for example, at 80% of a 1 rep max, a man could only average around 5 reps at the 80% of a 1 rep max, while a woman of the same stature in the same weight class or whatever at 80% of their 1 rep max could lift up to 8 between 15 reps, which is a lot. That's almost double the perceived rate of exertion. That is a lot of extra work. And this drops off at around 92%, so you'd probably be able to get 2 or 3 reps whether you're a man or a woman at 92%. But anything at 80% and lower, a woman is able to get significantly higher reps than a man could because of the fact that they have a way higher surplus of type 1 muscle fibers. And the next thing we're going to talk about is the fact that you guys have bigger capillary size. And if you don't know what a capillary is, imagine it like a vein going into your muscle, and it pumps blood into your muscle and it takes blood out of the muscle. And since you have a bigger capillary size, like a bigger vein for example, you're able to put more blood into the muscle faster and take blood out of the muscle faster. And this is really good for recovery because you're able to pump more blood in to get nutrients in so it could recover faster. You could build the muscle faster. But it also, since you have that super high surplus of type 1 muscle fibers and you're able to touch heavier weights more often and work so intensely, you're able to get the byproducts out of the muscle, like all the bad stuff, the metabolic damage and all that out of the muscle as fast as possible because of that bigger capillary size. So that's really important. And this is just like, it just synergizes really well together. The fact that you're able to touch heavier weights more often and more intensely, and you're able to get a huge amount of gains and a huge amount of strength gains. So I feel like those are two big points that I don't think like any normal average woman just knows. Obviously, but like even power lifters at the same time, I doubt a lot of them train in a way that it utilizes these two things in synergy to get the maximum amount of gains that they can. So I just wanted to bring light to that. And the next thing we're going to talk about is muscle size or muscle mass and strength percentages in correlation or in ratio to a man and a woman. So in muscle mass terms, a woman in the upper body portion has around half of the muscle mass of a man, and in the lower body has 3/4 of the muscle mass of a man. And in strength standards, you have around 52% of what a man has in upper body, and you have around 66% of what a man has in the lower body. And I know that sounds kind of like a downer. Oh, you basically have half of everything a man has. That's not really what I'm saying. It's that I just want to show that the lower body portion is something that you should be training more often, and you should be training it with weights. And I really want to have you heed my word on that, because a lot of women don't lift weights because they say, oh yeah, I don't want to get too bulky, I don't want to blah blah blah, and that's not what's going to happen. Instead, it's going to get you what you want. You want to lose more weight, you want to look better, whatever it is, lifting weight's going to do that for you. But I just want to show you and give you numbers so you can kind of visualize what you should be doing. Now, I told you can hit heavier weights more often because you're able to recover faster, and you're able to hit higher weights at way more reps so you can get more metabolic damage, gain more muscle, lose more weight because of that. And that's really good. And the reason I listed the portion of the upper body and lower body, a lot of women don't want to train their upper body, and I completely understand. But if you're going to train your lower body because you're obviously better at it. You're, 18% better at it than at your upper body, which is really good. And training your lower body is better than training your upper body anyways, because any lower body exercise is going to be a compound movement, whether it's a deadlift or a squat. So If you just implement those two things, you're golden. You're going to get where you want to go, whether it's losing weight, gaining muscle, anything in between, just looking good, doesn't matter. That's going to get you there. And that's the point I wanted to make across. I really want the women who are subbed and watching my videos to realize that going to the gym and training isn't going to make you like super bulky, even if you utilize super special training methods like this and you look at studies and you know all this information. Even then, you're not going to get, super bulky and look like a bodybuilder, and that just doesn't happen unless you have just genetics to do that. But I extremely doubt that a lot of women do have that. So I hope this video helped a lot of the misinformation around training, saying that, oh yeah, a woman has to train exactly like a man, and that's just wrong, especially in the fact that it could be super intimidating to a woman, because how a man trains, in like, if you think about it, even if I think about it as a man, it's a dude, he's lifting super heavy weight, he's grunting, he's yelling, it's super intense, it's super hard, it's heavy weight, all that, and a woman doesn't want to do that, obviously. And this proves that you don't have to do that. You can lift things, and it'd be more beneficial for you to lift things in a higher rep range. So you don't have to train like a man, you don't have to train with men, like they're completely different things. And people saying that, oh yeah, it's exactly the same, training as a woman, training as a man, same thing, you're going to get the same, whatever. And to an extent, that's true, but you can utilize special training methods to get better gains in the way that you want, and it might be more beneficial for you because you get those better gains, but it also, help with the intimidation factor, or the fact that, oh, you don't want to get too bulky, or, whatever. So I hope I was able to clear up a lot. I hope I was able to teach you, and if I managed to, please consider subscribing to the channel as well as liking the video. It means the world to me. And if you want to check out any of my other videos, they are down in the description. Please go and watch them if you'd like. And that is really all I got for this one, so I will see you in the next one.